everybody out there in the bookverse, it's Stephanie, and today I am back with my 2020 Reading Rush TBR, and I am very excited for this. I tried to do the Reading Rush last year and I failed hard. It was pretty bad. I think I maybe got through 2 books out of the 7 that I had planned. So yeah, this year is going to be different. This year I'm determined. I have decided that this is going to happen for me, and I am really excited to jump into the books that I picked. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you would like to see more from me, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new content. But I just kind of want to jump into this TBR because I don't know about you guys, but making the TBR is one of my favorite parts of the readathon, actually. I feel like it actually might be my favorite part of the readathon, which is kind of weird. I don't know. If you feel the same way, let me know down in the comments, because I don't think this is a very common feeling. I honestly feel like I don't know why I make TBRs for these, because I always change it. Like,
I love making TBRs and it's my favorite part, but I always end up changing what I read for the readathon once I actually get into it.
So we're just gonna do it anyways because it's fun for me, and maybe I can give some of you guys some ideas of books you could read. Who knows? The way the Reading Rush works is that it is a week-long readathon. It's going to be from July 20th to the 26th. Yep. It's hosted by Ariel and Raylene, and I will link their announcement video down below so you can go check that out, and you can check out their channels from there, because everything for them and their social media and stuff is linked in the description of their announcement video. So instead of just cramming it all into mine, I'm just gonna send you on over to theirs, and they have better information in their announcement video anyways. So jumping into the actual TBR in the books, the first prompt is to read a book that has a cover that matches your birthstone. So I was born in October. My birthstone is opal, or I guess tourmaline. I kind of have 2, but I decided to go with pink for it, even though tourmaline can come in any color, and opal kind of has the rainbow hue look to it. They both kind of focus on pink for the October birthstone, I think. I don't know why I just rambled through that. You guys don't care. Anyways, I decided to read Beneath the Sugar Sky. This is the 3rd book in the Wayward Children series. I have read the first 2. They're by Seanan McGuire, and I really have enjoyed them. I don't absolutely love them the way I see some people loving them, but I think they are really enjoyable. I like the fantastical kind of magical elements to them. This series follows children who have gone through portals, kind of similar to Wonderland or Narnia, and they have come back to our world and they're dealing with it. So the first one is about people back here and dealing with it. Second one is kind of in one of those worlds. I have no idea what to expect from this 3rd one, but the cover is beautiful and it has a fair amount of pink, so I'm gonna count it. Also, it's kind of short, so I'm feeling confident that I'll be able to read it in a day. Fingers crossed. The next prompt is pretty simple, and that's probably a bad thing because I probably will end up changing it. But for right now, the prompt is to read a book that starts with the word "the," and I have chosen to go with The Gunslinger by Stephen King. This is the first book in his Dark Tower series. It's, from what I know about it, it is a kind of Western fantasy series. I am not positive how much I am going to like this. I've heard good and bad things about it. I really am hoping that I will enjoy it. It's a super long series, so I only own the first book in the series, which is rare for me to do, but I got the first one because in case I don't want to continue with it, I don't want to own. How many are there? I think maybe 8. Looks like 8 on the back, right? But I think that there's 8 in this series, and I just don't want to commit myself to an 8-book series if I'm not gonna like it. So this is gonna maybe be the book that I read for the prompt to start with the. The next prompt was one that was actually pretty hard for me to fill. It is to read a book that was inspired by a movie you've already seen, or I think you can flip it and be like, it's a movie inspired by the book, but you've only seen the movie. And that just doesn't happen for me very often because I do not like to watch the movie or the TV show before I've read the books. It just bugs me. So I ended up going with How to Train Your Dragon because I didn't know that this was a book series, and I watched the movies and I think they're adorable and so cute. I put the ebook for this on hold with my library, and so hopefully I will have it by the time that this reading rush starts, and that it hasn't expired by the time that this reading rush starts. Timing might be an issue with this one, but I'm pretty excited about it. It's about these people that live in a world that involve dragons, and at first I think if it follows the movie, I feel like I'm explaining a movie that everyone knows, but they think dragons are bad and they kill them, but then this one finds out different ways that they can interact with them and that dragons aren't all that bad, and he learns to ride dragons. So it's pretty fun, I think. I don't really remember, apparently. I think it'll be fun. It's a middle grade book, so it'll be nice and short, and hopefully I can read it more quickly so I can get through some of these books, but I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it should be cute. Okay, the next prompt that we are going to try to fill is the first book you touch. So I'm gonna close my eyes, have my husband set out some books that I have chosen in front of me, and then I will reach out, and the first book that I touch is gonna be the one that I read. So I'll insert this clip here. Okay, so my book options that I'm gonna have Eric set out for me are The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Novelle, The Night Tiger by Yang Si Chu, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. Okay, eyes closed. Done? Okay. I should probably do it with one hand. Okay, so I got Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. And as you guys can see, the one that I ended up choosing was Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, which is extremely convenient, yay me. And it is the book for the Elder Ling-Along Book Club, and I am really excited about this. This is hosted by Becca over at Becca and the Books, and I love her channel. I think she's amazing. She is so much fun, and I really want to continue with this series. This is the third book in the Farseer trilogy, and it follows a boy named Fitz, who is the illegitimate son of the prince, and he is being brought up in the keep, and the king decides that he's going to train him to be the royal assassin. And this really has a lot to do with court politics. There's magic in this book. There's different types of magic that you learn about, and we kind of get to follow Fitz throughout his life growing up. It is very slow paced. Some people say I thought it was really fine. I enjoyed it, but this is a chunker. So since this is only a 1 week long readathon, I am gonna have to work really hard to fit this in, but I'm so excited about it, and I've loved the last two books, so I'm thinking I can pull this off. Another fingers crossed. I feel like that's just my whole TBR. The next prompt is to read a book entirely outside of your house, and this isn't really a big deal for me because I like to go with my husband to the golf course because he loves to golf, and so I'll just kind of sit and read while he chips and putts and stuff, and sometimes I'll get up and join him, or I will read at the top of hikes. Like, I love to read as I'm doing things outside. I'll read in the car and stuff. So the book that I chose for this is actually a little ambitious for one to read just outside the house, but you know, that's my whole TBR apparently. I guess I just want to challenge myself. And that's going to be A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This is the second book. Yeah? Yes. It is the second book. Sorry, I have the first three, so I might have picked the wrong one. In the An Ember in the Ashes series. I read An Ember in the Ashes last month, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great series. It was a pretty quick read as well, even though it's fairly long. I think it's around 450 pages. Yeah, it's like 445 or something. And I really like it, and I think it's a quick read. I think I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars because it was so much fun, and so I really want to jump into this next one. It's a multi-perspective following like a girl and a guy on opposite sides of this kind of world, this fantasy world that they are living in. But I am really excited to jump. Oh, dude, I just noticed that the main character picture on here looks a lot like the author, doesn't it? Ooh, these are, come on, focus. There we go. And then the main one. I think they do, oh, well, I think they're both gorgeous. So, but I'm really excited to jump back into this. This is really fun. It has a nice romance going on in here that I'm kind of interested in, a little bit of a love triangle potentially. So this is going to be the one that I am going to choose for reading outside of my house. The sixth prompt is a genre that I want to read more of. And for this one, I kind of went with two things. I want to read more sci-fi, but I do read some sci-fi already, so it's not like it's outside of my comfort zone genre. And also I want to read more comics, which isn't really a genre, it's kind of a format, or graphic novels, I guess. Don't want to say that wrong. So I went with Descender Volume 2 because this is a sci-fi graphic novel. This follows an AI that is kind of the last of his programming type. I don't really know. And these giant aliens came and attacked the worlds that they live in, and apparently he has some secret to defeating them within his programming. I loved it. I absolutely loved the first volume in this, and the second one looks so cool. I think the art style is awesome in here, and so I'm really excited to be able to jump into this. Plus it's really short, so that'll kind of make me feel better about myself as I'm reading along and, you know, struggling with Assassin's Quest. I can knock this out and actually be like, hey, I did something. I read a book. And the final prompt is a book that is set on a different continent than the one that you live on. So I live in North America, because I live in America, if you can't tell by my accent. Actually, a lot of people say my accent sounds Canadian a little bit because I'm from Montana and I'm just right up there on the border. But anyways, not really relevant. The book that I chose is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this is actually going to be the book club book for my book club that I am a part of for July. So it's nice that I could squeeze it onto this TBR. So this is one that I actually feel fairly confident is going to stay on the list. The other ones, I just don't know. Hey, so editing Stephanie here, and the one book that I told you guys was going to stay the same for my TBR is the one book that I have already changed because our book club decided that we were not going to be reading The Secret Garden anymore, and they switched it. I can't make it to the live show of that anyway, so I've decided not to read the book that we picked. And the book that I'm going to read to fill this prompt is, it's actually Tunnel of Bones. It's the second book to City of Ghosts. This is a middle grade series by V.E. Schwab, and it follows a young girl who had a near-death experience and now she can see ghosts, and her parents are doing documentaries on ghost hunting. The first one took place in Scotland, and the second one I believe is going to take place in Paris. So since I live in North America, anything in Europe is fair game for me, which is nice because there's a lot of books set in Europe that I am interested in. Apparently both my picks were middle grade set in Europe, so hopefully this is a good book. They're fairly short reads, they're middle grade, so they're pretty quick, so that'll help to add those onto my TBR. I am kind of excited to continue with it. I liked the first one okay. I didn't absolutely love it, but this is really the only V.E. Schwab that I've ever read. I know that's bad, but it'll be fun. It'll be a good time, and it'll be a nice addition to my, oh my gosh, my eye's twitching. Anyways, I just wanted to update you guys since I have already decided to change my TBR. So those are the 7 books that I am planning on reading for the reading rush. So I am super excited for it. So I am planning on vlogging my experience. I don't vlog a whole ton, but I think this is a really good time for me to practice up on my vlogging skills because I'm not that great. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. Let me know if you're also participating. If you have an announcement video for your TBR, link it down below so I can check it out and see what you're reading. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.